Assalamualaikum and warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello and welcome back to our TV shows, The Mock the Week. Alright guys, I am Muhammad Markoyo. Today I'm gonna be your host. Alright, before we started, hope you guys stay safe and wearing a mask whenever you go. Stay safe, hashtag we care ourselves. Today we have a special guest. Join me this week and we have Dr. Sulaiman from the University Malaya. And we have Dr. Ansar from KUIPS. And we have Izzat Haikal from University of Kelantan. Give it applause, everybody. Previously, we had an audience from this room around 18 and 19, but today they can't enter anymore. But now they are in the Zoom. Say hi to our audience in Zoom. Hi. And today we're gonna discuss about the drug abuse among society. It's a quite new and topic in issue in Malaysia. Alright. So we recently got many articles, newspapers, or news about the drug abuse in Malaysia. Like fact now, the number of registered drug users in about 250,000 in the 2008 report, and it is expected to reach 500,000 on 2020. There is also a worrying trend of high relapse rate of 50%, which has been consistently seen in the past decade. During to September 2020, it was reported that there was a reduction in the number of the new and replicated drug cases in Malaysia of 4,023 and 2,832 respectively by a National Anti-Drug Agency Malaysia 2020. So, without wasting our time, let me move on to our panel, our first panel, Dr. Sulaiman. Alright, he's an expert in drugs, so we will get more information about the drugs. So here we go.
Having me, my name is Sulaiman, a medical doctor. Before we go to drug abuse, I want to inform you all about drugs. Amid this COVID-19, we use drugs such as chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine, and combination of lopinavir and ritonavir. So let's move on to drug abuse. Drug abuse is a substance refers to use of certain chemicals for the purpose of creating pleasurable effects on the brain. Apart from the long-term damage to the body, drug addicts also at risk of contracting HIV, hepatitis B and C. Now let's move on to causes of drugs. Number one is peer pressure. This happen to among children and young adults. Number two is target pain relief. Then become addictive. This happen to social industry like artists and business industry like businessmen. Number three is obtaining creative inspiration that make them on their world of fantasy. Then let's move on to drug categories. Number one is depressants. This causes depression of the brain faculties, and examples like sleeping pills. Number two is stimulants. This causes stimulation of the brain, giving rise to alertness and increased bursts of activity, such as cocaine. Drugs will more proactive. And last is hallucinogens. This causes hallucinations in the world of fantasy.
Thank you, Dr. Sulaiman, for your information. And now we know that drugs have many types of drugs, and also we know the causes and the effects of the drugs. Now we are moving on to the Dr. Ansar, and he will discuss about teenagers related against drugs?
Thanks to our host. So my name is Ahmad Ansarullah. I am from College University Istanbul. Today I want to share the main factors about drug among teenagers. Drug abuse has been an issue that worries Malaysia for so long. In 2017, the National Anti-Drug Agency identified 2,000 schools nationwide as being a high rank of student involvement in drugs. The agency says students at 400 of the school, mostly secondary, were involved in drugs. The students were mostly males aged between 14 and 16, and the school were mostly found in farming and fishing settlements. For now, I will share some reasons about drug abuse among teenagers. Number one is depression. Some teens turn to drug and alcohol as a form of escapism. When they are sad or depressed, they see this substance as a way to forget and feel happier. It's their attempt to self-medicate. You may see a student attitude as just being teenager, but there may be a deeper depression within. Reason number two is stress. During high school, many teenagers are overly stressed with a packed schedule of advanced classes and extracurricular activities. A lack of coping skills can lead them to seek out an artificial method of coping with stress. They turn to drugs such as marijuana in order to relax. That's all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ansar, for the information about the drug abuse among teenagers. And I believe that teenagers right now are commonly or related by drugs. Because of what? Because they want to release their stress and also make their... Actually, we have a special guest, and it is Iqbal Bustami. He is a professor from University of Perlis. Today, we're gonna call him to discuss and elaborate about drug abuse among employees. We are calling him right now.
Thank you to our host. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iqbal. I'm from University of Perlis. Today, I would like to talk about drug abuse among the employees. We all know that drug give a negative effect to human. This case will be a problem at workplace. For the first point is a poor decision making. Most of drugs affect the brain, so it makes the employees a poor decision making person. When the employees cannot make a good decision, it will decrease the quality of work, and also it will harm the companies. For the second point is lower morale of co-worker. When the brain not functioning. For the second point is lower morale of co-worker. When the brain is not functioning properly. For the second point is a lower morale of co-worker. When the brain not functioning properly. Okay. For the second point is a lower moral of co-worker. When the brain not functioning properly, they will act aggressively toward to other employees. In this case, there are a lot of news related to the murder of employees and co-workers at work. This case involves the life of people, and there will be more people who will die because of drug if it not prevented. For the third point and the last point, for the last point is illegal activity at work. Selling a drug to other employees is a wrong activity in law. The last point is illegal activity at work. Selling a drug to other employees is a wrong activity in law. Under Section 39B of drug, if convicted, it can be lead to mandatory death penalty. So, do not involve with a drug and be a good man. That's all for me. Thank you.
Alright, thank you Professor Iqbal for spending time with us, and hopefully you have a great day and enjoy your life. Okay, now we are moving on to our last panel, Dr. Izzat Haikal. Alright, he will discuss and elaborate about how drugs affects our government. Right?
Thank you to our host. I am Izzat Haikal, doctor from UKM, and I will explain about effect drugs to government. Becoming addicted to a substance will completely take over a person's life, and they will miss work or school and struggle with their finances. When someone is addicted, all they can think about is how to avoid withdrawal and get their net fixed. Making arrangements for mortgage payment often takes a backseat to obtain drug or alcohol. People who already struggle to pay their bills are at higher risk of becoming homeless if they develop an addiction to drug or alcohol, and substance abuse is one of the top 3 causes of homeless of family. Second effect is drug addicted will increase the population in the prisons. The government has set rules for addicts who are caught addicted to imprison for several years, so they can be released on they have recovered from drug addiction. But the process of recovering an addict takes many years, and every day new addicts come in. Of course, this will increase the rate of population in prison dramatically. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Izzat Haikal, for your information. And I believe that a drug also affected by our government, which is like Dr. Izzat Haikal said, that we have many homeless right now, and also the many prisoners in the prison. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us and spending time with us. And see you next week. Hashtag say no to drug and hashtag stay healthy. Thank you.